Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. The only thing that's coming out changing people's opinion, the only person who's looking bad in this Jordan, the Last Dance series, which it ain't even so much about the Last Dance, is basically talking about everything. I keep telling you, man, this is real talk. Netflix should consider real talk. Netflix need to consider like edit this down to like maybe a 2.5, 3 hour movie or something, and they should put this in the movie theaters. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. They should put this in the movie theaters. I think if they had edited this down to like maybe 2 hours, 30 minutes, depending on how it ends, they could. I'm serious. This could contend for an Oscar. Real talk. Best documentary, that is. I gotta admit, I was worried when I first heard that ESPN was putting this out, but I like what I've seen so far. They have let these players be players. They have let them talk the way they want to talk. So I commend ESPN and Netflix for putting this together because this is definitely not a PG. This is definitely not PG series. So it is what it is. So I'm not gonna lie. I am kind of impressed with this version of Michael Jordan. He seems more sincere than he's been, over the years. He doesn't seem as commercialized and careful. He's speaking how he really wants to speak now, and I think that's cool now. But like I said, when you sitting on $2 billion, you pretty much don't give a fuck anymore. So I mean, but Mike, they still could find a way to take it from you. But Michael Jordan is a billionaire, so he figured, hey, I can say certain things and do certain things I couldn't do 30 years ago. So once again, the programming is on point. Okay, so let's talk about this Isiah Thomas thing. Isiah Thomas, I think when this is all said and done, hopefully they done talking about him, and because Isiah Thomas just looks horrible. He looks even worse. And he for one, he comes across being weak minded. Now, the funny part about it is he basically said that Bill Laimbeer, it was his idea to walk off the court and not shake their hands. Now, Ticket has exposed Isiah Thomas on his channel, which I exposed Isiah Thomas about his behavior years ago. I did videos talked about Isiah Thomas that he was sort of a snake. A lot of people don't like him. You know, that he snaked Magic Johnson. He snaked a lot of people. That's factual. Isiah Thomas, like I said, he has a horrible reputation, and a lot of people don't like that dude. That's just real talk. But due to the fact, I think Bill Laimbeer isn't Bill Laimbeer from Chicago too. But he let Bill Laimbeer say, "Hey, we're not shaking their hands." Of course, following the white man. Yeah, I said it. You should have said, Bill, I'm not participating in this. Now, who then caught the flack of the blame since this happened? Who have they strictly put this on? Isiah Thomas. But come to find out, according to Isiah Thomas, that this was Bill Laimbeer's idea. But Isiah Thomas, no matter how you look at this situation, I mean, you don't have to shake the dude's hands. But I think due to the fact that these was two black men, I think it would have been better for the sake of us that they shook hands. But now look where we at 30 years later. People still talking about this. People are still pissed off about it. And like I said, Isiah Thomas reputation took a big hit. And Michael Jordan got even with Isiah Thomas by making sure that he didn't play on the dream team when he should have played on there. Yes, Isiah Thomas should have played on the dream team, but look, we know what happened. People can sit up there and lie and say that Isiah Thomas didn't orchestrate a freeze out. Most people said he did. You know, most people said he did. You know, because he didn't like the fact that his nephews were Michael Jordan fans and not fans of his because he was from. But he got to understand, he played in Detroit. He didn't play in Chicago. So your nephews represent the city of Chicago. That's if I had a family member, yeah. You know, at the time, if you know you from Oakland and you play for the Buffalo Bills, I'm gonna have a Raiders jersey on more than likely. You know, that's just it's just factual. So I don't understand how Isiah Thomas had a problem with that, and it just comes to show. It just goes to show you he kind of petty. Like I said, you cannot ignore the things that you heard about Isiah Thomas, not from just Michael Jordan, just other people. John Sally played with Isiah Thomas. He does not like him. And I don't think Joe Dumars like Isiah Thomas that much either. For real. Let's just keep it 100. He should have never listened to Bill Laimbeer. Typical of a black man letting some snowman influence him to do something. And who paid the price for it? You haven't heard Bill Laimbeer get ripped apart. They always tied this with Isiah Thomas. And Isiah Thomas paid a stiff price for that. His reputation took a big hit for that. Then not to mention the other shit that happened with Larry Bird, the comments that was made about Larry Bird. So I'm just saying, man, he shouldn't have listened to Bill Laimbeer. I'm just keeping it 100. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.